Oh.
What's up, you guys? What's up? It's your boy Aaron Wiles Out TV coming to
Okay.
you with another video. And yes, we have the handsome, the entrepreneur, the one-man show himself,
Don't do me
Mr.
like that.
Bronson Johnson. This
What's up, everybody?
man, like, he's not a one-trick pony, you guys. This man is a designer, artist, creative genius, and
Read it.
model, guys.
Read it.
Okay,
Read
let
it.
me tell you. Listen, you see what he's wearing. He's wearing his own brand.
Let the
That's
kids know.
how you promote the Who brand, WHO. Okay,
Let the
get
kids
into this.
know.
Get into it. Get into it. How are you doing,
I
right?
am well, Aaron. I am well. I'm trying
Bronson?
to I'm trying to stay awake, like you said, one man show. Sometimes you get sleepy, but no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have you I'm sorry, hold on. I got my dog messing with me. Chill out. Sit down. Sit down.
It's okay. The dogs love to get the attention, and it's
Boy,
not really not. It's not giving
especially this
it.
way. He like, oh, a camera's on, but no, no, no. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to get into this show and talk about some things because I've seen them other
Yes,
interviews and I'm ready. I'm ready.
Bronson, baby, the girls let you to be
Baby.
able. We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
So before we start into the questioning, I want to know who Bryson is. Bryson, before we let me tell the viewers your age,
Okay.
your sign,
Yep.
and give us a little about yourself. Give
Yep.
give
No.
the
Yep.
viewers a little bit about yourself.
Let's get into it. So, I am 36 years old. Y'all probably won't believe that because the skin is popping. Not
You
36,
look good.
right?
You
Thank
look
you.
good.
And
Hey,
I
haters.
and I am an Aries, originally from Chicago. Moved from Chicago to Las Vegas when we was 15. I didn't understand why my mother brought us out there because I was like, no, I don't want to go to Vegas. But from Vegas, I then moved to New York. I've been in New York for probably about 11 years now. And I made a decision to move here because I was all like, yo, Vegas is not giving anything for me in the fashion area. So I need to go somewhere where it's fashionable. So I ended up moving here, got an internship with a couture designer. I was working my ass off. Taking that train for free was get paid nothing. But the learning lesson was amazing. And then I was like, listen, I need to start doing my own thing. So that started networking. I was part of some other web series and I did ADTV for a little bit. I don't know if you remember ADTV back in the day. So I was on that show. I used
Mm-hmm.
to do productions with your boy Nunu. I don't know if you know Lester Matthews or he calls himself Nunu on the streets. So I did a
Yeah,
few of
yeah.
his shows. Yeah, so I did the Buzz NYC with him. I did one of his feature films. So yeah, I've been all over. I've been just making moves since I've been here.
This is live. Harper. Harper. Go
Harper,
ahead.
what's up? What happened? You don't see it? What's going on?
No, keep going. Keep going.
So yeah, and now I'm here. Like I said, I'm doing my thing. Here, got my brain going, got things in motion. Like I'm not playing. I'm not playing with myself and I'm not playing with nobody else. That's where it is.
Period. So give us a little. Okay, okay. What inspired you to get into the world of designing?
So this is a funny story.
Go for it. I'm here.
So originally when I was younger, I used to sketch homes. Like I was like, I love to sketch a house. And I was like, I'm gonna be an architect. I'm gonna go to Ivy League college. I'm gonna go to Harvard, Princeton, Stanford. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna be an architect. So I get into high school in Las Vegas, very smart. I get into trigonometry, statistics, and I was all like, math is not for me. I said, this is where it stops for me. I met this boy in one of my art classes, and he used to draw these like little fashion illustrations, and I was all like, "Yo, that's really dope! Like, let's get into it." So then, I actually had a little crush on him too. So I was all like, "Well, will you teach me how to, do a little bit of sketching and all that stuff like that?" But I was really
Mhm.
trying to see what was up with him. So, anyways, as I was like, working with him and sketching, I was like, "Yo, I really like this. Like, I'm like, this is something I can get into. Like, it's creating, but it's creating on a different level because like now I'm like creating looks for females. I'm creating looks for men. So I was like, this is something I want to pursue. So, anyways, my art teacher was like, "Yo, you're a senior. We need to figure out how to get you into like an art school and X, Y, and Z." So I ended up getting a scholarship to this art school in Columbus, Ohio, for fashion. So I did that for a semester because I come from a single family. You know, I was the first one to go to college in my family, so we didn't really have the money for me to go. So I had to drop out of that program, and then I just kind of just figured it out from there. But that's pretty much what got me into it. It was a stupid little boy that I never got a chance to actually date. But I'm glad that I pursued what I did because I love being in this space. I love being creative. I like creativity to me is what feeds my soul. And I just like I wake up, I want to do it. I go to sleep, I'm thinking about it. Like I just want to do so much in the creative world.
From one creative to another, I totally get what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm not stepping up and actually like getting better at my craft, like, come on. I
Yeah.
love,
And then go
I
ahead.
love I love the finished product too. Like, you
Yes, yes.
get satisfaction when that finished product, you look at it and be like, damn, I did that.
Baby, and you feel so good about yourself, but then you know sometimes it's a little stressful in the beginning. Sometimes a little bit of down days too, because like you know, like I being a creative when you stuck in that rut of like, oh, I can't come up with something, or like I've had like there was a point in my life where there was like a creative like block. I could not come up with anything, nothing was meshing, and I was depressed for a little bit. I was all like, yo, like, is this really for me? Like, what am I gonna do? And I was all like, you know, I just kept praying, and I was like, you know, if it's gonna come, it's gonna come, it's gonna come. I affirmed it, and here we are. So
Okay, okay. My next question is, how did you come up with the Who brand, the WHO brand?
yeah,
Speak
so
more about the Who brand. I want to know more
yeah,
things that's Who brand.
so after doing that whole thing, like you know, having that creative block, I started to get into graphic design, right? And so I knew how to work in Photoshop and Illustrator for a long time, but I really wasn't like you know, vested into it. Like I was like, I really need to learn it. So I started studying, started doing all of that stuff, whatever. So I was like, well, let me work on a t-shirt brand and see what I can do from there. So I started coming up with all of these designs. I put them on t-shirts. I think I lost you on video.
You're good. You're good.
Oh,
Keep
okay. My
talking.
bad. My bad. Um, so I started coming up with like, you know, all these different little sketches for t-shirts and stuff like that. So I put on
Mhm.
t-shirts, try to sell that. And I was like, you know what? This is not cohesive. Like this seems like I'm all over the place. So I need to come up with something that's just like, you know, crazy. And so then I drew out this owl. Now, mind you, the owl has been in existence probably for like about a good 6 or 7 years. And I didn't realize that I was manifesting this brand because I have a shirt that I with one of the designs where I put the owl on there and I put who on there just out of just to see how it looked. And then I customized that shirt, never even thinking about, oh, this could actually be the brand and what it stood for. So fast forward, I'm working in hotels. I'm all like, all right, I need to get out of this hotel industry. Like I've been in this for too long. This is not what I want to do. Like I need to figure something out. So one of my employees, she's a photographer. We're talking and I'm like, you know, explaining to her like my brand. She's like, oh, you design clothes? I was like, yeah. So she was all like, well, why don't you just expand from the owl? And I'm all like, bro, you are so right. I've been overthinking this the whole time, like in my head, like not even like I just kept like, I don't know what's going on. So I was like, you know what? How can I take this concept and extend it further? So I took a streetwear course with Parsons just to get a little bit more, you know, like knowledge. Knowledge is power, right?
Yes.
So I was like, let me go ahead and invest in myself and see what else I can learn about the business. Because I know of the business, but I want to learn more about the business.
Gotcha.
So fast forward, I was like, all right, I got this out. I got the word who. What does who stand for? Well, for me, I like the words wealth. I love happiness and I love opulence, right? And you can be wealthy in the mind and the pockets. You can be happy mentally, physically, and then opulence is a state of mind, state of luxury. You know what I'm saying? So when you tie it all together, the owl is a smart bird. So they only hunt at night, one of the smartest species in birds, if you want to call them. And they make the who sound. So that's how I connected those two together. So that's how who started. So I was like, all right, done deal. I got my story. I got how I want to put it all together. Now I need to come up with how what items I want to do, right? So one of my mentors, I would just say like one of my favorite designers, Donna Kieran, she started off with 5 pieces when she first launched her collection or her, you know, DKNY. And so I was like, well, I want to do the same where I don't want to go and just, you know, come up with all these SKUs. I want to start with something small. So I said sweatshirts, hoodies because people love hoodies, beanies, and this windbreaker that I got on right now. So I was like, that's it. So pushed that out there. People received it well. Did the photo shoot. Everything went well. So far today, Everything is going good. It's been stressful. I'm not gonna lie. Running your own business is not a piece of cake. And you have to make many sacrifices. It's gonna take long hours. It's gonna take money. There's gonna be a lot of pivoting because again, I'm still learning how to do this.
Mhm.
And so, but I love the journey of learning and making those mistakes and learning from those mistakes and realizing like where I want to be. So yeah, that's who.
What are my next question is what are the challenges that you have faced with owning your brand and being a one man show? Like, I want to talk about the production and all
Yeah,
that. Get into that. What are
yeah.
those challenges?
So right now, I'm working with an outside company that produces they do the producing, they do the packaging, they do all the sending out. All I have to do is submit the design, gets approved. They do everything else for me. The great thing about that is there's no overhead cost. The bad thing about that is once everything is subtracted, this is your piece, and your piece is not what you think it's going to be, right? And so I knew going in that I didn't want to overhead costs because I knew I didn't have as much money to start off with in the beginning to launch a full line like I want to.
Mm,
And so I was like, okay, this will be the best option for me for the moment. So I know I'm going to be in the red for the first like year and a half, which is fine. Every business starts off, they go in the red. It's not always, peaches and cream. So with that being said, I'm like, all right, so now I need to figure out how am I going to take this and bring it to the next level. So right now, my biggest issue is finding the right distributors that can produce what I have right now because the stuff that I have right now is it's good quality. It feels
mm,
good. It fits right. There have been some feedback that I got from a few people that bought things that I'm taking into account, like, to make the size a little bit bigger because it's a Euro fit. And so people are like, can you make it a little bit looser? Can we have larger sizes? Can we have X, Y, and Z? So like I'm hearing all this feedback, which is what I love. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
Bronson, you don't have stuff for the big boys? That's what I'm hearing.
So no, listen, I don't discriminate. They have extra large and extra extra large, but from what I'm being told is that those extra larges and extra extra larges, they still fit a little snug. So now
Mm,
we're going back and we're like, all right, so we need to pivot, go back to the drawing board. So who can distribute what I need them to distribute with? So right now I'm looking at places in Turkey. I'm looking at places in Dubai, some Chinese importers to see who can offer me the best quality product and also the best price. You know what I'm saying? Because again,
yes.
this whole thing is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't have any startup money and you're trying to get all that done, you got to use your own money. And so I have the money to do that, but I also have to be smart about it. Like I've done things in the beginning or in the past where I've done two fashion shows, New York Fashion Week, and I spend so much money, but nothing to show for it afterwards. So I'm spending $10,000 on the fashion show,
Mm.
and where's the product afterwards? So I was like, I have to think smart when it comes to business in that aspect to spend wisely, but still give a good product. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this. I've been sitting on some ideas because I've always said that I don't want to work a 9 to 5 my whole entire life.
Whew,
I really want to
whew.
be a CEO or the owner of my own stuff.
Say it.
So brothers like you and brothers like my nephew like really give me like some surge of power to get out there. And I'm sitting on something and you just every time I talk to an entrepreneur that's on their own brand, y'all give me so much hope. My next question is what advice can you give to somebody who is working that 9 to 5 but wants to get out there and put themselves out there to own their own brand? They don't have much money, but they want to get out there so bad and take that risk. What do you have? What advice or words of encouragement that you can give to that young black man or
Absolutely.
woman or anybody for that matter?
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the first things I will say is don't be afraid of your potential. And being transparent, I feel like had I had a little bit more confidence years ago, I would have been a little bit further than I am right now, which I'm still grateful. Everything has timing, everything has a place. So, the universe has led me here to this point and I'm doing really well, right? But for those that are starting out right now, don't be afraid of the potential that you can have. Don't be afraid to say, oh, well, I don't have the money to do it. There's so many resources out there for you to get money where people can support you. There's the SBA that helps small businesses as well too. Take courses, invest in yourself. Like that's the number one thing. Don't be afraid to spend money on yourself to get that knowledge and get the help that you need. If you need help, ask for help. That was a big thing
Mhm.
for me as well. I'm very much so, let me just do it on my own. But then I realized you can't do everything on your own. You really have
Mhm.
to, if there's something that you need help with, ask for that help because this person may know something. Networking is a big thing as well too. With me being in New York about 11 years, I still keep in contact with a lot of people. So like I have a big, social circle of people I keep in contact with that know other people that do things. Always network. Don't be afraid to speak up and network with people, introduce yourself, like put yourself out there. It's very hard, yes. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's very like intimidating to, put yourself in a room full of people because you don't want to be judged. But at the end of the day, if this is something that you want to do and you're passionate about, people are going to see that and they're going to gravitate towards it. So do not give up. Don't give up. There are days I'm just like, you know what? F all of this. I am tired. I don't want to do this no more. Let me just go get a regular job because I know I can. I have the resume to just go get me a job and work and do whatever I need to do. But that's not what I want to do. And I always look at like if I die tomorrow, God forbid, um, I don't want my legacy to be that this is what I did versus what I really wanted to do. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
only get one life. Time is not promised to us. You see people dying left and right from COVID, from the craziest things. But
Mhm.
don't be afraid of your potential and get out there and do your thing. Don't be just get out there. Just do it. Just pick it up and do it. Everything starts somewhere. There's gonna be mistakes that are gonna be made, but just get out there and do it.
Period. Can I just?
Yeah, right. Right. Right.
That's a word
Get out
right
there
there.
and
That's
do
a
it. Get
word.
out there and do it.
So, going on to the next question. Y'all all know the 10-year challenge, and I want to say shout out to my family, the Shaders. I see you guys. Thank you. Thank y'all for
I want to see them
tuning
too. I
in.
see the little comments popping. Oh, I see. Okay, let me see. I
Yeah,
see comments.
that's
All
my
right.
family. That's
What's
all
up,
love.
y'all?
Going on, I see y'all guys. Um, going to the next question. Y'all already know the 10-year challenge. That was all over. That was like a viral, trendy thing on Instagram and Twitter and all of them, social media. Now, my question is that relates to the 10-year challenge. What do you foresee for your brand? Who?
So funny enough, I also would like to direct music videos. So that's another little, yeah. I am a person of so many, what do they call it? So many things that I want to do, so many likes. I just put that on Twitter the other day. I was all like, my toxic trait is I love so many things, but I'm only one person, which is true. But I want to direct music videos. So at the end of the day, all of this is going to tie in together where I'm going to have a production company where who's going to be a brand. I'm also going to be a music video director. And I'm also going to be, I'm going to have, because I also sew as well too. So I know how to do all of that stuff. I sewn for many, many years. So it'll be production, styling, and merch pretty much together. So I want my own company that's built in this big umbrella. That's the plan.
Can we just get these? Can we just get these in the comments? They need to make something like this. Like this. I think they do, right? Like,
They
can we just
might, they
get
might,
this? Just
they
this.
might, they might. Let me
Because
close this shade because I think I'm getting a little glare from the sun.
when
Hold on,
I
never
tell
mind.
you this man is a corporation in the making, like an
I am not
enterprise in the
playing.
making, this can we, I just have to give you a clap for that one. For
Yo,
thinking
I appreciate that
for
love. I
thinking
appreciate it.
bigger than, you know, not to say your brand is not big, it's going to be enclosed. You thinking so much broader than that.
Right.
And I just gotta give you a clap, baby.
But I mean, when you look at, I look at Perry like people like Tyler Perry, right? He thought beyond the plays. He thought beyond the Chitlin Circuit, and I say Chitlin Circuit as a way that's what they named it because those plays were done back in the South and then it moved away. It was national and all of that stuff, what have
Mhm.
you. But he thought beyond that. So now this man has pretty much BT wrapped around his finger because that's all you see is the Tyler Perry show, right? He has
Mhm.
his own studio, like studio where like Spider-Man was shot. Like a lot of big major movies are shot at Tyler Perry Studios. So you have to think bigger than the main goal. And like I said, I want to do so much. Like I love so many creative things, like I said in the beginning. You had to think beyond that. So I think on that mindset of being like, okay, so what else do you love to do and what else can you get to and how can you bridge that all together? My man writes, he has his own studio, he has BT under his thing, he directs, all of that stuff. Why can't I do the same thing?
Period.
It's out there. The
Yes.
resources are out there. Get it. You know what I'm saying? Get it while it's there.
Most definitely, most definitely. And you will get there. And you
I
will do
appreciate
it.
that.
You will do the work. I know that for a fact. Loving this conversation already. Let's get into this show.
Yes, let's.
So, so my first question, let's start off real light.
Mhm.
How did you find out about this show?
I can't even remember, to be honest with you. I want to say they approached me, but I don't fully remember because I don't remember having to send an audition video. But I know there was a conversation about like, hey, we have this show, we're looking for X, Y, and Z. And I was all like, sure, tell me what the premise is. And mind you, I love watching, our reality gay black TV shows or YouTube shows. I love Chasing Atlanta. I love the Come Up series. I love G Status, all of them. I love watching it. But one of the main things I said, I was all like, I don't want to be on a show where if we're going to talk about a group of gay men actually working and doing things, let us actually show that versus, there's going to be drama, obviously, but
Yeah.
let that not be the main focus. And I feel
Like give us a
uh,
healthy balance.
right. I don't want to. I'm not trying to throw any of the shows under the bus because when you look at the Chase reality series from when they started to where they are now, like some celebrities are already watching that shit, so they're doing their thing, and I'm like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Do they have the drama? Yes, but the kids are working, and that's what that's what I want us to do, to be working. And so I was all like, as long as that's the premise, I'm all aboard. I'm working. I'm doing my thing. I know some people. Y'all working. Sign me up.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So so that's what made you apply, right? That's what made
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Yeah.
want that
Yeah.
to be the premise.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So you saying that you want to be a uh a director.
Yeah.
A director. You want to be
Yep.
you want to direct music videos.
Yes.
One person on your cast name is Xavier.
Yes.
He does it. Have you worked with him on the show in any way, possible way, shape, or form?
We did work together, and I don't want to give it away, but I like Xavier. And I like his work ethic, and I like what he's about. He's definitely inspiration. He could definitely come off as a bitch, and I can see why people probably think that about him. But I think his demeanor is because he wants stuff to be done correctly, and he wants to get shit done. And I'm all about that. Get it done. But yeah, we did work together on the show. I don't want to ruin it for the show. I want y'all to see in what capacity Xavier and I work together. But I definitely appreciate that man. Like he does his thing. Like he keeps the girls on their toes for sure.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I can't wait to speak to him, guys.
yeah.
Don't listen.
He not gonna play with
I
y'all.
interview Xavier Monday, the 24th. I think 9. I'm not sure, but I will put up the just go to my Instagram. The flyers are there. Let's
Yeah,
go with this interview.
he not gonna play in y'all faces.
Yes. So, what can we expect to see from you, Bronson, on this?
Um, for me, you're gonna see me in my good, my bad, my ugly, my funny, my shady. Because I know the girls love to say I'm shady. I can be, but a lot of it is just like I just speak what's on my mind, and sometimes certain things don't need to be said, but I just speak what's on my mind, and they can't come off as shady. But you'll see a lot of the work that I put in, and a lot of the advice that I give out as well too, because like I consider myself the mama bear. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm the oldest on the cast probably, but like I've been in the game for a little bit, and sometimes I give advice, and I want everybody to do well. I like listen if I can give you some advice or if you come to me for an opinion, I'm gonna be straight up with you and say X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna be there for you. Like I like to mentor younger people that are coming up because I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like we need that as a community and stop doing this whole crabs in a barrel type thing. Let's all work together and make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? There's money out there and resources out there for all of us. Let's make it happen together. So you'll see a lot of that. I do regret that with filming and just like the outcome of the show and where we were, that you didn't get to see the full launch of the line. You
Mhm.
see the behind the scenes and all that stuff, but you don't get to see the full launch of the website and all of that stuff. So, but that's okay.
Mhm.
There's gonna be time for that. I mean, y'all see the product as it is now, so you know what happened. It's not, spring, summer joggers and all of that good
Yeah,
stuff. It
we're
ain't none
not
of that.
giving like
We're
coming soon, like
right. We're not
some
giving that.
girls on a particular franchise. Like it's not
Right.
coming soon. It's like
We're
it has
not giving that.
arrived. It has
No.
arrived,
Right.
and been arrived.
Right. It's there. You can
It's
go to the
it's been
website and
there.
get it.
It's been there. I'm just
Right.
saying.
Right. So you'll see a lot of that. And like, you see, I'm a laid back person. Just don't cross me. Just don't come in my lane. Just don't come starting to mess with me because I really keep to myself.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm funny, but when you step beyond those lines, there's some people that step beyond those lines, and then they got to get dragged. And then it's not one of those drags where I'm coming in an angry drag. I'm gonna come to you with the finesse. You're gonna get that like debutante, like, oh, you thought? Well, let me actually show you what it is. So that's what
Okay.
you're gonna see. Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely living for it because even they,
Mhm.
when they said it, I was like, listen, I love me a shady girl. Like, if you
Mhm.
can keep up with the shade, like, if I could, like, it's a problem when you can't catch it. It's a problem when you can't catch it. But if you catch it and you let that bitch know, I see you, bitch.
Mhm.
I see you, bitch.
Mhm.
But, I can throw shade myself.
Mhm.
You better watch out. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
yeah. So speaking of your cast members, I did a interview with Toddy and Marco. So
Yes.
let's go to Toddy's. Toddy had some comments about
Okay.
how you were a no-show at his, I believe it was the album cover release or his EP release. One of the
I
two. And he wore your brand, and you did not. He was actually very upset that you did not show up to his release.
That makes me sad because Tidy's my nephew. Like that's my heart. We used to work together. So like I was his boss at the hotel and then, he told me he raps and stuff like that. And I was all like, really? I was like, the kids love to say they do stuff. But then when I actually like heard, I was like, oh no, he really does rap. Um, that wasn't intentional by any means. And I believe it was probably the maybe the album release party because I did go to the video release party, but maybe it was the album release party. But I was probably out of town. Like I'm never really in the city. Like I'm always traveling, and so I try to coordinate and try to be as supportive as possible. And I'm sad that he was upset about that, and I would love to talk to my nephew about that because, of course, like I want to be supportive, Papa, but I can't be everywhere. I'm only one person, and like I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, but I thank you for supporting me. I thank you for supporting because I showed stream that EP of his, and I showed was at the video release party, and let me tell you, I was very impressed by what he did. That man,
What I listen, I gave that man. Listen, Toddy. Listen, I told him not a lot of people. Listen, I reads the girls down. Just to say a little bit. There's a particular artist who I know, who's very very pissed at me. By the way, because I just told him, I was being honest, and when you being honest, the
they
girls
don't
like
like it.
you and give you soliloquies and dissertations and shit that you
They don't like it.
required. I didn't require this. But
Yep.
when you give your honest opinion, the girls get mad.
Yep.
But no, neither here nor there. Toddy, I gave him his tens. Both of those EPs jump and slaps.
Baby,
Nobody can take that away from him.
at all.
All right. So let's also go to another cast member that had some things to say about you, Mr. Marco Blaze. Now me and Marco played this game where it's like a switch, like I'll say probably a name of a cast member,
Oh,
and
I
then you can
watched.
think about the first word that comes to their mind,
Oh.
and I had to reverse it. I said
Hmm.
the word, they'll think of the cast member. So I gave the word fraud. Um, he said your name, and he said it was a
Hmm.
fake and follower. So basically he gave that to
Mm-hmm.
you and another cast member that I
Mm-hmm.
recently interviewed named Marcus. So guys,
Mm-hmm.
go and watch that interview. Wait, stay here. You can watch
Mm-hmm.
that the interview after. So would you like to respond to Marco's comments and little slanderous digs at you?
We
Would you
talking
like?
about Oscar the Grouch. You know Oscar, the when you know from Sesame Street, when you knock on the trash
Mhm,
can, he pops up. You
mhm.
get all that little stuff and the
Most
wigs and stuff like that. That's what it reminds me of, Oscar the Grouch. Um, so as far as what Marco got to say, I first of all, I didn't even know that me and Marco had beef like that. But listen, like I've been saying, if a bitch got beef with me, they beefing by themselves. That's what it is, first of all. As far as like fraud and fake, I mean, you interviewed him and you're interviewing me. You can see the difference between the two interviews. Which one was giving fake and which one was giving real. Let's talk about that. Even just in now. Um, it's funny to me that he said that because like I said, I never had anything against him and whatever. I just Marco is funny. Marco is very funny. I just, as much as he wants to call people fake and frauds, I hope he get them wigs together. That's all I got to say about that.
I mean, that's his
Uh,
personal style with the
Is
lanyard
it
and everything.
okay? All right, and from the discount bin, but okay.
So
Um,
let's go into it because I asked Marcus about this. Do you feel like he's appropriating black culture?
like, yeah. See, here's the thing, and we talk about this on the show. I'm not gonna give too much about that either, but when somebody tells you from when a person of color is telling you that like, hey, I feel this way, and you literally just don't, you're not receiving it, and you're just kind of like, well, I don't, blah 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 blah. No, baby, like we're telling you, like this is what it is. Like this is what you're giving. Like you understand the history behind that. And then he was talking about like, oh, I love when you say that you're inspired by someone, but you know the history of being inspired by someone, right? So when you were like, oh, Nikki started it with the camp and she brought that to the game. No, 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 baby. Let's rewind. Let's talk about Lil Kim. When we talk about female MCs, we got MC Light, we got Queen Latifah, all of them. Those girls are more like in the streets, whatever. Kim came out, she gave her and Foxy, they gave sexy. But Kim came out with the wigs and the camp and the fashions. And Nikki, again, Nikki has her own lane, but she was inspired by that. So for you to sit here and say that, oh, Nikki started that, that shows how much history you know about the rap game. You just coming in and like, oh, I need a look, I need something that's gonna throw and make me look this and like, get a little bit of controversy. It's controversial, but probably not in the right way.
Keep going.
I'm sorry. No, that's it. That's all I got to say about that. It's giving appropriation, but like I said, when you I just can't. Wait, next. Just
Next, well, let's go to the next one because that literally kind of turned on everything. But
yeah.
let's get back on foot. Okay. Um, my next question is: are you nervous how you're going to be portrayed on the show?
No, I mean, like I said, I give everything you see on the show is who I am off camera. Like
Mhm.
again, I'm a funny person. I'm laid back. When it's time for business, I'm business. When it's time for games, I'm game. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just what you see is what you get. I don't got time to be trying to sit here and put on for the camera. I don't got time to be trying to show somebody that I'm not. I am who I am, and I've done the journey to get into this place of being confident, intelligent. All the things above about me is what you're gonna see on that show. So there is no fear about what people are going to see. There's no fear about what people are going to say. I know people are going to have their comments, whatever, but people are going to talk about you all your life. It's how you take it and how what you do with it. You got to have tough skin in this business. Like I said, I've been doing on camera stuff since I moved to New York. So we're talking about 11 years, right? And even before that, back in like Vegas and stuff like that, I've done, used to be a dancer, all of these things. Like I said, well rounded type of person, right? So
Mhm.
people are going to have stuff to say about you all the time. It's what you make of it. I don't give a shit about what people say about me at the end of the day. Say what you say. You're not paying my bills. You're not living my life. I'm living a life of gratitude. Say what you got to say. You can't see me in the kitchen. You can't see me on the floor. You can't see me on the runway. You can't see me on the dance floor. You can't see me. Okay? That's all I got to say.
You know what, Bronson? You better go on ahead. You better go on ahead, okay?
It's true.
I love this attitude. I really love it. Um, speaking of web series, this wasn't even discussed. Just popped up in
Mhm.
my head randomly.
Let's
Um,
talk about it.
what's your opinions of G Status season 3 without even finishing season 2, the finale and the reunion? How you feel about it? Are you excited for season 3 of G Status?
I to be honest with you, because me and my best friend, we are like I said, we up on the shows. We always watch them. We talk about it. I didn't even know season three was coming out. Now, mind you, right? That's what I'm saying. So, mind you, when season two ended, I think it was the big giant fight at the club, right? And they just kind of like production kind of ended. Like I don't know if it was Sherrod and that whole situation. Then the cops came, and then it kind of ended right there, and that was it. And then we
Mhm.
were waiting to see what was happening after that. And
Mhm.
then I know there was some cameras stolen, some footage missing, all this other stuff that happened. I was just all like, damn. I mean, I know shit happens, and so I'm actually excited to see what's gonna happen with G Status because I felt like again, they had their own brand of what it was. It was a little bit more love and hip hop versus where Chasing Atlanta is more like Housewives of Atlanta, if you want to like, compare the two.
Mhm.
And so you had a little bit of both, a balance of both, whatever. So I'm excited. I'm glad they're coming back out. Like I want to see what they bring to the table, but I also hope that it's not what they did with who's the trans girl on that show?
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay.
You know what? And everybody can go to my videos because I actually interviewed her when that stuff went down. Yeah.
I just don't want them to take that one fight that happened with Delicious, Sharon, all them. They dragged that for like 4 episodes. People was like, okay, we get it. We're over it. We're over it. Who's actually working? What does Delicious do? What is Sherrod doing? And like, mind you, I don't know these people personally. I do like, like I said, I know Sherrod was trying to change his whole brand, and then he got back into what he was doing before. And listen, if that's your lane, that's your lane, and like stick with it because I think that he, like he's a good looking guy. Um, but if you say you want to get out of that, but then you kind of fall right back. You're like, come on, like you know, Delicious. What does Delicious do? Again, no shade to any of them on the show. Like, but I kind of want to see a little bit more of that because a lot of the girls are saying, "Oh, I do this X, Y, and Z," but we're not seeing it. I think the only one that we really saw really doing something, and see, this is so bad because I forget some of the names because it's been so long ago. Um, the fellow that sings, what's his name? He had the dreads. He was
Oh,
an actual singer. I think it was
Ike.
Ike. Yeah, Ike. I liked Ike because he was doing something.
Mhm.
Tremel, I know that he released like 2 songs in like a couple of videos or whatever. So he's doing something. That's the type of stuff I like to see. Read the girls down, but also be working at the same time. And I felt like they just literally took that fight with Delicious and all them and they dragged it. They
Mhm.
just dragged it all the way through. And I was kind of like, all right, enough of this.
It,
So
yeah. Okay. Okay. I just
yeah.
want to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah,
Okay. My next question is: are you ready for the criticism that comes with being on a reality web series?
of course. Like I said, this is nothing new to me. And like I said, you got to be ready for the people that's going to have something to say. You got to be ready for the trolls. People probably don't even watch the show. They're just going to have something to say. You got to be ready for all of those things. And also, when people like critique stuff, also like really look into it and say, okay, well, maybe I can change this. Take some of it as like, constructive feedback because maybe there is something that you are doing that could probably better you as a person or better you as a brand, but don't take it all serious. Don't take yourself too serious and don't take this world too serious. Yeah, we're producing the show. Yeah, we are putting our lives out there, whatever. But don't be sitting up here taking what people are saying because a lot of people are keyboard gangsters and they
Mhm.
not about nothing. So don't take child, please. If I let what people said about me affect me, baby, I wouldn't be where I am right now. At all.
Period.
At
Period.
all.
Totally understand that one. My next question is why should the viewers, in your own words, why should the viewers tune in to the Heights at January 27th of in this next week, guys? Next week. So tune in. Let's hear his answer first before we tune in though. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, listen, when you think about New York, you think about everybody here has multiple hustles. Everybody's doing
Mhm,
something. Like you
mhm,
working here, you doing this, you doing this, X, Y, and Z. When you look at like the shows as a whole, you really only see like Atlanta, you saw Dallas, but you don't see too many New York shows. You saw Miami as well because the Come Up did Miami. Now I know
mhm.
the Come Up did New York as well, and we was rooting for the New York girls, but again, that whole thing went to shits.
Yeah.
So it's all like now we introducing a new brand, right? Again, you're gonna see a little bit of drama, but you're also gonna see people working. I think that's what y'all need to see. Let's put New York on the map as far as like, okay, what are people in New York really doing? What are the girls doing? There is one more, and I just actually came to
The,
mind.
the
But boy,
circle, the circle that
yes, yes,
watches.
yes. That is again a very good friend of mine, Lester Matthews, your boy New Productions. Like he does great work as well too. The Circle is another one, and they're doing work on there as well too. There's a few people on the show that I'm not a fan of because I feel like they feel like they're better than Dow, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. About the heights, why y'all need to come watch us is because we're there. Like that's it. And plus, I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna give you all this that you see right now is what you're gonna get on the show. So you don't want to miss out. So come see us. Like just come see us. See what we about.
Period. And I think that's why I really like. I saw all of y'all cast photos, and I saw what y'all doing, what y'all giving, and I was like, it, I'm living for this because first of all,
Yeah.
it's not a whole like huge cast.
Right.
Six six LGBT young men, and
Right.
I live for it. I live for
Yep.
like there's six of y'all, and the fact is, y'all live in New York, and you have stuff going on, and the
Yes.
fact is, all of y'all are talented.
Yes.
All of y'all are talented. There's not one untalented girl that is like, girl, ho, why you here? Why you here, ho?
Exactly.
Why you
Right.
here?
And
So it's
that's the
like,
important part.
mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the important part because when you look at just like as a whole, like our community, everybody's kind of like, oh, the shade and all this stuff like that. But when you see that, you're right, everybody is multi-talented. Whatever issues we have with each other is whatever issues we have. But when you really look at it, we can't see each other in each other's lanes. Like Toddy as a rapper, if we went into battle, Toddy's gonna eat me alive and leave no crumbs because I know that I'm not a rapper. Now, can I rap a verse? Absolutely. But again, as far as me coming up on a pen and paper and coming up with rhymes and all of that stuff like that, that's not a gift that I don't have. I don't have that gift. But
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to sewing a garment or coming up with a design, Ty may not be able to see me in that lane. And that's fine because I learn from him, he learns from me. And I think that's what's very special about it is that you get to see everybody putting in their work, everybody working their ass off, everybody being in New York, which is a hard ass city to be in, first of all. Let's talk about that. Some of us got it really good, some of us gotta work our asses off to be like I used to be in that place where I had to like literally like I gotta pay rent. I gotta see I got $10 left in my account and I have to eat, but I want to make this work and I want to do this. That's what it is. And I think that's what people need to see. Yeah, you get to see somebody like, the oh, they're having a good time in New York, but you also get to see the struggles. There are struggles. Like there are fucking struggles, right? So that's what you get to
What?
see. Baby.
Everybody, listen. If you don't have a good job in New York, everybody literally has at least three or four jobs, two, three, four jobs, side hustles included. Okay, we
Okay.
keeps a job in New York. There's not
Okay.
a story. We are hustlers. This is the hustling mecca of like where the shit like we some what if anybody
Baby.
if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Okay, we
And
know
that's
how to
so
hustle. We
true.
know how to make a dollar. Okay.
Right. And that mentality is so true because when you go to other places, like again, I'm from Vegas, right? So when I go back home and I see what my friends are doing, which I love, my friends back home, my family, shout out to my Tejora family, like that house, like because it's such a smaller community out there, they're like Vegas royalty. They making shit happen. But I also know that if I were to go out there and bring what I learned from New York and brought to the table, baby, levels, notches to the moon, because it's like you have to literally figure out, all right, I am working this job, but I want to do this. I'm gonna lose sleep this day. I'm gonna do this. I gotta go over here. I gotta meet this person. I gotta be at this event. That's how it is. And mind you, I in Vegas you drive. In New York, you training. So a 20-minute commute turns into an hour commute, depending on if the train want to act right, if you're stuck in traffic, If you got to go ahead and walk over here, there's so many things where you're just kind of like, this shit is so hard and I am so tired, but this is what I love to do. So I'm going to make shit happen. And that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
First of
know it.
all,
You live it.
yes, I
You live
do. I
it.
do. Listen, I'm living it right now. And you know what?
Right.
And let me be transparent a little bit. I'm not working right now. I'm not working. I have a part-time, but that's not even paying the bills. I literally have to hustle. And the good thing is, Lord above, the Lord always makes like God always has a plan for you.
Amen.
And when I tell you, God placed a email in my in my email address, He placed a mail to send to me. And when I tell you, clicked it, literally have 4 interviews lined up. So in a possible I don't in a class that I really don't have to pay for to
Right.
get a certain license so I
Right.
can make more money.
I know that's
So
right.
that just listen, 95, I'm not shitting on 9 to 5. We all need a 9 to 5 because we're gonna use that 9 to 5 money to get something bigger in life. So I
Amen.
just really want to preference that, and I live for you, Bronson.
Thank you. And that's again, like you said, being transparent, like I told you earlier before we got on the phone, like I'm not working either. I quit my job in August. And I was like, I cannot, like, this is not serving me. And I was afraid. There was a little bit of fear inside of me, but I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And so I wake up every day with gratitude. I feel like gratitude is the first start. You wake up, you're grateful for what you have, right? And I always, my mantra to myself, or what I tell myself every day, is I will never be without, and what is meant for me will be, right? And at this point, I've never been without. I have a little side gig that pays very well, and I do half the work that I have to do. It's a part-time gig. So I'm not stressing about no guests. I'm not
Mm.
stressing about no reports. I'm not stressing about no emails. I go do my job and I come home and it's part-time. So it allows me to come home, do the gym, cook dinner for the husband, do my thing, do my work here with the business, whatever. But it's like those things. And then even I got my first 2 clients doing graphic design. And I'm also working with one of my friends. He just bought a bed and breakfast. So I'm working on the marketing stuff for him. So like, again, I tell myself I will never be without. This is all money that's coming to me. And again.
Yes. And you know what, Bronson? We're going to have to talk after
Yes.
this interview because the thing is, the fact that you said you're a graphic designer,
Yeah.
we will talk. And the fact that
Yeah.
we will talk. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get back into it.
All right. All right.
You said husband. So, your husband, now, guys, full transparency. This brother, Bronson, because I don't, Bronson Johnson, he is married to a white man. So he's
almost. I'm engaged. Hold on one second. I'm gonna
he's engaged. Yes, it's okay.
This shade, this glare is killing me because the sun is setting. There we go. It was killing me. It was bouncing off. But yes, I'm engaged.
Yeah, he's engaged. He has a fiance. He's engaged to a Caucasian man. And I really want to know his thoughts on some things about interracial relationships and or dating. Okay.
Yes.
So my first question is about interracial relationships and dating. How do you feel about the negative stigma on interracial dating and relationships? You know those negative stereotypes, like, oh,
we can get into it,
brother, you don't like your own kind, and
yep,
you're a sellout and stuff like that. So how you feel about that? What are your thoughts on those?
So I mean, obviously, I've heard it all. I've heard it, sugar daddy, that he's my sugar daddy. I'm being taken care of. I don't like my own people. All this other bullshit. At the end of the day, love is love, right? I've dated everybody. I am open opportunity. You can be Asian, you can be black, you can be Spanish, you can be any, as long as we connect on a spiritual level and a loving level, and we can build a foundation together. Oh, it's on a pop, and you know it doesn't matter who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as those things connect, what I'm looking for in a relationship, as long as those things vibe, then I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing a try, no matter what race you are, right? Um, so it kind of saddens me that people think that because listen, at the end of the day, just because I'm dating a white man doesn't mean I don't love my black people. Like I'm out there on the lines. Like I am very pro black. Like I'm very like not listen. And people get mad at me with this. Where I'm very niggerish. Like I am very like, give me my soul food. Give me this. Let me watch my black shows. Give me my black vernacular. Like all of that stuff. Like I don't hold back who I am for nobody. Right.
Mhm.
Um, the crazy thing about it is that like I met his family, and mind you, he comes from a small town, like population 800. So this is a white man, population 800 from Minnesota, small town, moved to South Dakota, then Seattle, then to New York. And so when he got to New York, it was like okay. And so I asked him at the very beginning. I was like, listen, I know white men and black men. One of the things that that whole thing is that BBC and all this other fetishizing. I said I will not be a fetish. No, I don't look at you that way. I said okay. I kept asking the questions. You got to put them tests out there just to make sure. Am I being fetishized? And none of that was there. He loves me from head to toe. So why would I give that up based on what somebody's thinking about? Oh, well, you don't like your own people. Why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I care about any of that when this man is giving me all the things that I affirmed, that I wrote down? Mind you, I've been in many relationships, right?
Mhm.
Not a serial monogamous, but I've always been in a relationship. And this is my second engagement. And so I had to take what I learned from the past and from my previous relationships to then
Mhm.
say, okay, what am I going to put up with and what am I not going to put up with to then make sure that my next relationship is going to be what I want. Wrote it down, affirmed it because my last relationship before him, exhausting. I that man put me through the ringer. At first I was all like, God, why did you do this to me? Why? But after I go back, I learned that there were so many lessons that I had to learn not only about myself, but about what I was attracting. And so
Mhm.
then that's when I took the time to say, okay, in order for you to really get on this journey of love and to really progress in the level of love, you need to
Mhm.
really write down what you want out of the next relationship. I
Yeah.
did that. I affirmed it, and then here he comes, and I'm happy, and I don't care what nobody got to say about it. And those stereotypes, yes, are they annoying? Yes. Do I hear it? Yes. Do I see the glares? Yes. But at the end of the day, y'all don't know what's going on in this house. Y'all don't know what's going on in our bedroom. Y'all don't know what's going on with our love.
Mhm.
And once people see that, then it's like, oh, it's not what we thought it was. So really, I don't give a fuck. To boil it down, long story short, I don't give a fuck.
I don't think you should.
Mm-mm.
Because listen, if I was dating a Caucasian man, if I love him, none of y'all opinions matter. To be honest.
Right. Is he beating up on me? No. This man treats me so well. It's crazy. Like, if you even knew some of the things, like, I don't have to worry about. Like, come on now. Like, why would I please? Fuck
Let
y'all
me-
opinions.
Where did y'all meet? Where did y'all meet?
Well,
I know we ain't
you
talking
and me, this girl got
about.
stories. I got a story for everything.
Okay.
So, when I was engaged the first time, I worked at this hotel. I had a friend who knew him, and he came to the hotel and he introduced us. We only shook hands, said hi and bye. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Fast forward about 6 years later, I'm back in Las Vegas. Like I said, because I was in that tumultuous relationship and we ended up moving back to Vegas together. Hell broke loose, blah, 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 whatever. I'm back home, whatever, anyways. So he hits me up on Facebook. It was all like, oh, what are you doing? I'm in Las Vegas. How you been? I've been well. We never had to get that. We never had the chance to get that coffee date. No, we didn't. So then he was all like, "So what's up?" And I'm all like, "I just got a relationship that was crazy. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't got no feelings. I hate life. I hate love. I don't got time to deal with this. I'll be patient. I don't think you should. I'll be patient." All right, cool. So we, kept in contact, still talking, whatever, exchange numbers. So then, hey, I'm gonna be in New Orleans in March. Why don't you fly out there? I'll take care of everything else. Okay.
That's
Flew
all
out
a man
there.
have to say about me. That's all a man have to say is I'll take care
Hello.
of everything else. Listen, you know that's like love making to my ears.
Hello.
That's like a hard on for me. Like
Right.
you'll take all I gotta do is fly out and you'll take care of everything else.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. Why would a bitch worry about what anybody else got to say about interracial relationships like about me?
Girl, please.
Okay.
Bitch, you're stuck where you are. I'm in New Orleans, girl. Like, girl, please.
Right. Santa Ramada Inn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I did that or whatever. And so I met him in New Orleans. I was like, all right, this is no, actually I take that back. The first time we actually met after so many years, he's like, hey, I should come to Las Vegas. And I was all like, okay, like not thinking that he was actually serious about it. And he was like, no, I'm serious. Like I booked my ticket for these dates. Would these dates work? I was all like, oh, this man is serious. So he flew out there. We spent a week together and it was like organic. Like it felt right. I was all like, how is it that like we've only been speaking over the phone and now baby sit down. We've been on speaking on the phone and like this whole week has been like like it feels good, like it feels natural. So then we met again in New Orleans and then we met again in Palm Springs and then he was like, so are you moving back to New York? And I was all like, yes, but in January. I think you should move in July. I think I should move in January. No, I think you should move in July. I said, listen, let's do this. I said, I have another trip that's I'm going to Mexico, but I have to fly into New York. So how about I stay in New York for a few days with you to see how it is to live in your place? Because you know, when you get into somebody's space, they change.
They
Gotta be careful
change
about that.
up.
Baby. So I came here first couple of days. I was like, all right. He's like, I bought a dresser for you to put your stuff in when you come here. I said, wait, what? So so then I went to Mexico. I came back. I stayed a few more days, whatever. Everything was cool. I was all like, yo, something has to be wrong. Like the other shoe has to drop. And then I had to realize, like, listen, stop looking for the bad. If this man is giving you all the good, then maybe there is no bad. So
We're
I ended up bringing my
conditioned like that. It's so
right.
sad
We
that we're
are
conditioned like that. When we're hurt,
exactly,
we are waiting for something to go wrong. I don't know
exactly.
why is that. I can so relate to that.
It was
We're
awful.
always waiting for something to go wrong so we can be
Yep,
like, you know what? We already had it in our mind. We're
yep,
good.
yep. Exactly. It was like it's the easy way out, right? And so then I ended up moving in July, and here we are. I'm engaged. So I made the right decision, I guess, right?
Mm,
Yeah.
listen, the men had me that these are my dates, but it's not even that had me. You had me at all you gotta do is fly out, I'll take care of everything else. I am waiting for a brother to say that to me
Uh,
so I can really put everything on him.
mm,
That's all you gotta do is say
huh.
those words. I
Magic words.
will take care of everything else.
In that order.
You brothers need to step your pussies up. That's it. All right. Woo. Okay. My next question. What are the conversations like when Black Lives Matter is the topic or anything, Black culture related? Like, what are the conversations like? Is
It's
it kind of awkward? Is it kind of like, maybe I don't think he, that time, I don't really know him. Like, what's it,
you know what's so funny? He's very on the line. He's very on the front of the lines. Like he be on Facebook, he be talking shit like this is blah, blah, blah. Like he is very on the front. Like he understands all of that. And if there is a conversation that needs to be had, he'll come to me and we'll have that conversation for his understanding. When it comes to Black culture, there's a lot of learning that still is being done. Because we watch our movies, like me and my best friend, Marcus is one of my best friends. And so we quote a lot of our Black movies like, Players Club and Friday and Set It Off, all those things. So then when we do that,
Mm.
um, it's like he kind of like, okay, what are y'all laughing about? And we're like, oh no, this is what it is. So like he doesn't get that culture and some of the references, like our vernacular and stuff like that. Sometimes it kind of goes over his head, which
Mm.
is fine. But I like the fact that he likes to be in environments to learn. And like even I took him to trap karaoke. Now I don't know if any of y'all have been to trap karaoke.
I really want to go because, first of all, I love karaoke, by the way.
Right, right. Me too. Now, my best friend was like, "Oh, we're gonna go." I was like, "Oh, Greg, we should go." He was probably like one or two white people in there, and it was like blah, 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 all night. When I tell you it was hood, but I was getting my life. I'm all like, blah, blah. I knew every song that was going on. He knew not one. I understood it. So after we left, I was all like, "So I just want to give you props for like staying the whole time and really being a soldier and staying through." He was like, "Yeah, it was cool, but I probably would never do it again." I was like, and I respect the fact that you said that because I completely understand. Because what I'm saying, it's not his scene. So like, there are certain things that I curate. Like I went to a house party in Brooklyn, very niggerish, red cups and bloods. I'm not taking him to that. We had a little issue with that because he's like, "Well, you didn't invite me." And I was like, "Listen, I know what to invite you to, and I know what not to invite you to." And that was a party in deep Brooklyn that you would not have wanted to be into. It was red cups and bloods. Like you don't want to
First
do
of
that.
all,
Like
Grace will already have somebody want to come up to him and be like, "Hey." So yeah, we first of all, Red Cups and Bloods. That's amazing time, okay?
right, that's what I said.
First of all, the games, the drinking games, and the
Hello.
what we take our Uno seriously. What spades,
But that's the thing. That's not
dominoes.
really what happened. Like it was literally like this was like literally a house party. They was playing music, and like it just became. When I tell you that place was packed, and then the floor started to sweat. It started to get real hot. That's how you know there was a real. And I was like, you would have been miserable. Like that's not even your scene. Like I'm in there, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, like I'm doing all of that. That's not your scene, baby. So I'm gonna let you stay at home. I'm gonna bring you to, like
I'm gonna bring you some cake, babe. I got you.
right, that's what I'm saying. So, and he got over, he was like, "Yeah, okay." Like, I said, "No, that just wasn't your scene. Like, you would have been, no."
Mhm.
So I curate things for us to do, but I also curate things for him to understand the culture as well. Like, this is my, like, we'll go out to Harlem and stuff like that. I'm like, this is my people. He'll see me act a fool. He'll see me, busting these knees like Megan Thee Stallion. Like, that's who I am. And he loves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he lets me be me, and that's what I love about it. So,
Okay, okay. So
yeah.
that's the end of the questioning. Do you
Okay.
have any last words or any last statements before we get into the game?
Make sure y'all watch that show, January 27th. Like I'm telling y'all, like don't give it a chance. Like don't be shady out there. You shady girls love to hop in. Like I didn't give it what it was supposed to give, and they a little bit boring, and this and blah, blah, blah. Give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? We need to be out here supporting each other and support Black creatives. That's the thing. Like our faces need to be seen. Like there's so many shows and programs that are not getting seen because we're not supporting ourselves. And we always want our face. If we want a Black couple shown in, then support what we putting out there. There's so many shows that are out there like that, doing that, but y'all won't even give it a chance because y'all already throw it in the trash before you even give it a chance. So support it. Black creatives, like, do get out there, support Black businesses. We need to really be up in there supporting our own and stop this whole crab in the barrel. Like I said in the beginning, like it's so many resources. There's money out there for all of us. We just need to get out there and get it together. That's the thing. Stop
Definitely.
doing this whole thing about this hating and shading. Get out there and get that shit.
Most definitely. And guys, I want to preface this. Not only does The Heights come out June 27th, I
Jan,
hmm?
January.
Oh, did I say June? Did I say
Yeah,
June? Girl, listen.
it's okay.
January. Sorry, listen. They'll
It's
be
all right,
like,
baby.
"Oh, you said June." January 27th.
Yeah.
Okay. January 27th, The Heights premiere. Also, Bronson has his own brand called Who.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
didn't even say anything
He
about
is
that.
he huh? Yes, you
I
did.
didn't even mention
I
that.
got you. I got you the alley oop. I got you the
Thank
alley
you,
oop. He is
baby. Got it.
bringing brand right now, you guys. Not June. Yes, Profit, not June. It's January 27th. Guys, he is wearing his own brand Who. The hat, the windbreaker. He has a lot on his site. It would be in the description below. Bronson, listen, go to his site. It's a lot there. You will love it. I promise you. Follow him on IG. It is who_house. And that is HAUS, okay? Not HOUSE. It's HAUS. Yes.
House.
Yes, house. I'm talking Russian house. Okay. So, also, you guys, please follow the Heights IG page at official I Like Media. Follow and watch. Follow their YouTube channel called I Like Media and watch the trailer. You won't listen and support. We have to like show out. We have to go out there and watch the Heights because, like we said, there's not a lot of New York-based reality web series shows that's actually showing these brothers do the work. Okay, they are
Right. Y'all
wasting
gotta
my
support it.
time on some drama where they can actually have the drama as well as showing what they're doing. There's not a lot of New
Right.
York City shows, so I'm putting my backing on the Heights. I'm living for everybody that's on the show. Listen, we have an entrepreneur, designer, graphic designer, model, artist, okay? The list goes freaking on. Dancer. Listen, a rap. First of all,
A motivational speaker. Because
okay,
I
motivational
listen.
speaker.
I
Okay,
will get you
he
together.
is
Listen.
hold on. He is a, a gymnastic shit. You'll know, but just know that he is the deal. He is the real deal. Um, yes. So go to his website. Get his line. But just support him. Support the Heights. Everything. And I'll be. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, I got you, boo.
All right.
I'm gonna read these comments real quick while I wait for you because I see they talking over here and I love it. I think somebody asked where my glasses from. I don't even know the brand to be honest with you. I think I got these from ASOS on sale because that's what I do. So yeah, but I love these little glasses too. They fit my little face. Thank you for that. Yes, Tyler does so many things with them wigs. Yeah, I agree with you. Was that Profit Misfit '09? Very true.
I am back. I am back.
Oh,
I
he's
am
back now. Okay, I can't talk to y'all no
no
more.
wait.
Bye, y'all.
Hold on. Hold on. Just give me just 3 seconds. Just 3 seconds.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna keep it real cute. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So y'all would love to play this game, okay?
I'm ready for this
So he
game,
can
baby.
get his
I'm ready for
one
these games.
because I know. So
Okay.
let's start off real cute. Let's start off real cute, okay? Let's do one sour, one sweet about each cast member. Let's start off with that game first.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's start with something easy before we go to the. Listen, we gotta make that shit wet first, okay? We gotta make it. Okay. All right. So the first one is let's start with something easy. Marcus.
Ah, that's my sweetheart. That let me tell you about. I'm gonna go with the sour first. That little thing drives me crazy because you know how like you had that little brother, that little naggy little brother that's always on your little ankle, that's always chewing. That's how that little man is for me. Sometimes I'm like, if you don't sit your worrying ass down and just chill the fuck out and believe in yourself, I'm gonna slap you. And he really don't be fucking with people. Like when I tell you that when he shuts shit off, like I'm not fucking with that. And I'm like, Marcus, I'm not fucking Mark. I'm not. I'm like, girl, you just sour on that part. Um, my sweet for him is that he literally, truly has been like, I mean, it before the pandemic, but like through the pandemic, we really have been able to lean on each other. And he has been such an amazing support system, a cheerleader, just a real, true, loyal friend to me. And I am like gracious to have that blessing in my life because, like I said, I'm not, nobody's perfect. We all go through our shit. And there have been days I've been like, listen, baby, I need somebody to speak to because I need to be talked off the ledge. And he has been there for me, vice versa. And so that's my sweet for him. He is an amazing person in and out for those reasons.
Okay. The next
Yeah.
one is Xavier.
Xavier, his sweet is I love his work ethic and he is that man, listen, he has his own little umbrella company, and when I tell you that it's going to be a force to be reckoned with, like I look at his IG, I look at all his stuff. He inspires me again to stay on my toes, because that man is out there working. And when I say it's quality work, it's quality work. So you really got to know, like, what you when you fucking with him, you get in quality. Um, his sour probably be that he's a bitch sometimes, but he's not a bitch to me. But I've seen him be a bitch, and I'm all like, oh, that would probably be the sour.
Okay. Okay. The next one is Dalmain.
Oh, down. What's funny about Dalmain is I would say I'm gonna go with his sour first. Dalmain can get on my nerves sometimes because he's a toe stepper. Like the bitch is always like trying to show you how to run shit and your own shit, and I'm all like, Fred, but you work in beauty and I work in this, and you don't know nothing about this. But I also appreciate the fact that he does look out and he tries to help, and it's all with good intent. And sometimes he can bug the shit out of me and call me 10 times down. I'm busy, baby. I'm making 10 meals a day for the husband. I got 2 dogs to take care of, and I got to go over here, run to the gym and get some me time. I'm busy. I ain't got time for 10 calls a day. So his sweet would be that he has good intent and he really wants to help the group get to different levels. Even with working on his own brand, he is there to try to get you to different levels. He's very dependable and loyal. I will say that. Watch that bitch though. I will say, like the other girl said, she can't be messy too. Because I've seen her being like, oh yeah, very nice in the beginning. Then next thing you know, oh, I talk behind your back because you're a stupid bitch. So I
Not you did his voice.
Yeah, oh, I got that voice down. He knows I got that voice down. She's a very stupid bitch, but I just but he knows I love him down. I love him down. But yeah, yeah.
Guys, I want you to know that Dalmain is going to be interviewed Saturday, okay? I gotta regroup.
Yo, I'm telling y'all. I'm a whole fool and a half.
Okay. Okay, the next one. Toddy.
My nephew, my nephew. Sweet would be he is a really genuine person too. He's a sweetheart. I never got any negativity from him. Um, I would say his sour would be that he called my sister boring. Like Toddy, like you got to get to know my sister Marcus. Like she not as boring as you said. That would be the sour. I really haven't seen the sour side of Toddy. And it, probably because I haven't been around him enough. Like I said, we work together, and at work we were just like this, like what I'm saying, uncle, nephew, whatever. But that would probably be the only thing I would say. Don't be talking about my sister. I'm protective of that thing. So
Period. Period.
yeah,
So the next one is oh, you already gave this sour and sweet, right?
yeah.
Okay, good. The next one is Marco.
Oscar the Grouch. You talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Oscar the Grouch. Okay. Um, Sweet. Sour. Uh, I agree with Toddy Cameron, pretty much. Like it, a lot of what he does is for the camera. And what I did not, and I have to address this because I watched his interview, and I did not like the fact that he said that Toddy needs to, as far as on the financial aspect of what his projects were, he needs to worry about the finances because he spent way too much money and whatever. And I was like, okay, let's talk about this girl. Um, when you look at Toddy's product, Toddy told a story at his video release party. That baby told a story and it fit. He had a budget, he had a styling budget. There was clothes, there was looks, there was emotion, there was everything. No shade to Marco.
Mm-hmm.
I watched his video. It was about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And Xavier did a great job directing it. But when you're talking about budgets, that's very important. You got to invest in yourself. And you can tell in that video, there was no styling budget. Now he called himself the most fashionable one out of the group. Baby, not with the Nikes in the video that didn't look like they were clean, but you talking about budgets and you talking about looks the most fashionable? That's not what it was giving. It wasn't giving that at all. Um, Great video, but let's talk about when we talk about budgets, spend money on the fashion budget as well too, not just the look, the fashion budget, because it was given very. Let me figure out what I can grab out of my closet that may clash and give a look, and it wasn't giving a look. That kind of upset me, and whether it be for the cameras or not, that upset me because I'm all like, let's sweep our own porches first before we go to somebody else's porch.
And he did say that he had a team, so nobody in his team told him to clean off the.
Is he paying the team?
You know what that?
I mean, because I wouldn't. Listen, let me mind my business and drink my water. That's how I keep my glow and I keep my youth. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I have to go moisturize after this because I feel like my face is cracking right now because you're just giving everything in this. Your energy is just. I just need. You know what?
And listen, and I'm only gonna tell truth, but like that really and I really was on the train. I was like, that really pissed me off. I'm all like, I seen the product that Toddy gave, and I'm all like, it gave budget. And whether he spent $10,000, $15,000 on that or not, he still gave a story, he gave looks, he gave video models, he gave extras. 2 minutes and 45 seconds, you on the piano, you on the wall, and the looks didn't give.
Right. So, give us one sweet and one sour about yourself.
Sweet. I would probably say like I said earlier, I'm the mama bear, so I want to make sure everybody's taken care of, everybody's good. I want everybody to succeed. If I can give any type of advice, any type of support, whatever, I really want to be there and see people grow. I'm not one of those bitches that'd be like, I'm trying to hoard or hide any information. If I'm coming up, you coming up. But if you're gonna come up, you gotta want to come up. I'm not gonna drag you with me. I'm gonna hold the door open and give you directions on how to get there, but it's gonna be up to you to take that direction and do what you need to do and ask questions if you need to. But it ain't gonna be me holding you on my back. I got too much shit on my back already. I can't be holding nobody else on my back. So yeah, that's what I would say is probably my sweet. My sour is my mouth. And the Lord has been working on me. And I've been working on this journey to really curb what I have to say when people come at me because I will respond before I think. And the words that come out of my mouth are very vicious. I'm a fire sign. So it's just like I go straight for the jugular and I crack the neck and then take the head off. And then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I only meant to slap you. So, but you're dead now. I'm an Aries.
You an Aries?
Yeah.
You're a fire sign. I'm a fire sign.
Yeah.
So I totally understand what you're saying. I'm a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
So I definitely know what you're talking about when people say to curve your lip.
Yeah.
But I haven't mastered that yet, and I've been trying to master it for 30 years. I literally just turned 30 like last year.
Oh, happy birthday or belated birthday to your 30s. Welcome to the 30s.
Thank you. You know, I still feel the same, you know. I'm still, you know, sassy. I'm still listen, that's like I told them, I love a shady girl because listen, I'm a shady girl too, okay? So listen, I know what you're talking about with the mouth situation because you know, I had
maybe it takes a lot.
Relate.
The lips be quivering. I'm like, I'm about to. The neck is gonna be on the ground. I'm like, I don't want to.
Like, it's like you was gonna give that person that warning because we don't play. We don't play. We don't want to hurt you, but we just give you this warning. So you
exactly. Exactly.
Before I hurt your feelings or I make you cry. Because listen.
Deadly.
All right. So, y'all, you ready for the game that we all want to play? Okay. All right. This is the game where, like I said, we take the word. I say a word, and you match it with a cast member.
Okay.
So I have some words, right?
Okay.
let's start off positive.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want to give all negative. I really want to do positive. All right. All right. The first word is sweet. The sweetest. Like you just think of me like the sweetest. Like humble. Humble. Let's say humble. Humble.
Humble. Shit. Um. ugh. Oh shit. I would probably have to say Toddy on that one. It's
Okay.
between Toddy and Marcus as far as humility, but maybe more so Toddy because even at his release party, he was so nervous and so like I don't think he understood the magnitude of his product and what he put out and how like it really touched people from a personal level and just internally. But he was very like, "Mm," and I'm like, no, baby, like live in that moment. So I think I would probably give it to him.
Okay. The next one
Yeah.
is stylish.
Oh, me.
You.
The next thing Xavier would probably be me. So I'm gonna give that to me and Xavier. We're probably the two stylish bitches in the group. So yeah, me and Xavier, hands
Yes, God. Yes, God. All right. Let's go with annoying.
down. I'm about to give it to Dow. And he knows I love him down. But there, I'm like, baby, like right now, we had to talk about this right now. Like, well, girl, I just want to make sure that it's correct. No, not right.
I need you to cut it out.
And I just be like, no, no, I'm in the middle of something. I don't got time for this. So yeah, I'm about to give it to to Dow. I'm sorry, Aaron. Right, okay. Hmm.
Um, the next word is snooze fest.
This is gonna sound crazy, and this is not because of what he said. I'm gonna have to probably give it to Marco. Reason being is he has this persona, like the Marco Blaze that he's giving with the wigs and stuff like that. And but I'm all like, all right, so what else is beyond that? Like I can't take the talent away from him with him producing his beats and rapping and stuff like that. But I'm also like, okay, I'm a little bored of the aesthetic. And what else are you offering? Like when you are trying to give something that's controversial, like what Gaga was doing and what Nicki was doing, like it was all like, oh shit, like that is a little bit crazy. The only thing crazy I see really with him is just the wigs and maybe the makeup, but otherwise I don't see anything else that is giving. So I would probably say that.
Okay, okay.
Mm, yeah,
All
yeah.
all right. The next word is mediocre.
Uh Marco,
Okay, okay. Um,
I stand on that too.
okay. Let's get the next word is pink slip.
Pink slip.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think there's anybody that I would want to kick off the show, only because I feel like we all add to it in a way. Um, as annoying as it may be, like, with different personalities or whatever, I don't think there's anyone that I would want to kick off the show. Like, I don't think at this moment in time, like, as much as things were said and things are done, I don't think there's anybody. I feel like that dynamic is important to have the diversity and the mixture on the crew. So I don't think there's anybody I would want to get rid of.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Just this last word, which is fraud.
And y'all probably gonna think that, oh, it's because he said what he said. It ain't. It's what it was given. And I'm gonna give that to Marco again. Only because, like I said, if you look at his interview and you look at this one, you see the difference. You see how the questions were answered. You see how things were done. You see who's more fake than who's more real. Y'all gonna see that, and I think people see through all of that real quick when somebody's trying to put on a persona versus actually being the persona.
Mm. Okay. Let me ask you a couple of things about what to expect for the show.
Hmm.
Who you think is going to be the villain of the show?
Um,
If they have a villain, if y'all have a villain.
I would probably say it's probably gonna be between Dal and Xavier.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna make Xavier the villain of the show only because of his personality. But like I said, like I love Xavier. So I think that maybe it may be him, but then I also may think that it might be Dow because again, I she's a little messy. She's a pot stirrer. So I think that it may be Dow that's gonna stir the pot and be the villain of the show.
Okay, okay. Um,
Hmm.
who do you think will be the peacemaker of the group?
Me.
Okay,
Hmm. I'm
all
gonna be the peacemaker of the show. I think I'm gonna be the peacemaker because I'm like, I might be the bone carrier too. But I also want everybody to like get along. Like we ain't got time for all this. We got to do work shit. We got shit to do. We got money to make. What are we doing? Like let's squash all of this and let's get to the main picture, which is the money. So
right.
yeah.
Who would be the outcast of the group? Who probably like some say like, wow, this looks really off. Like he's ostracizing himself, or something like that. The
I
outcast.
would probably say my sister Marcus, and that's not a read or shade towards him. I think it's because of what he represents. A lot of people don't understand. Because even I get questioned like, well, what is he doing? Is this like, he's into mermaids and stuff like that? And because I've grown up with him, I understand and we relate and we connect, like big Power Ranger fans, all of that stuff like that. Big gamers, like he and I play Mortal Kombat constantly when we're together. So I understand that, but I also feel like people won't understand his brand and who he is as a person, because it's not one of those things that are like out there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know too many manga artists. You don't know too many people who are into cosplay and all of that stuff. People look at that as like, oh, it's very nerdy and very geeky, but that's what makes him, and I applaud him for that because he gets me out of my comfort zone because he loves to dress me up. I'm like, bitch, I don't want to dress up. But when I do dress up with him, we have a good time. And he's confident and being able to walk down the street in those costumes and not give a shit about what anybody says.
Mhm.
Like, and so I love that about him. Like I cherish that and admire that about him. So I think that he would probably be the outcast only based on what his storyline is.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hmm.
Love that. Let's get into another game that I literally conjured up, which is
Oh,
Yearbook
okay.
Mania. Okay.
Okay.
Who on the show is most likely to flip flop?
Um, uh, Probably Marco. I've seen a lot of that, so I'm gonna go with Marco on that one.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, he's definitely where the wind takes him, and then it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know you had a problem with me. Mm, so yeah,
Who's most likely to be a follower?
that's a hard one. I don't even know, to be honest with you. Real talk, minus the drama and the shade. I don't know that we have any followers. I think that we're all leaders in our own way. To be honest with you, like that's the real truth. Like I can't even see any of us being followers to anything because we have our own brand and our own direction. So we lead into that
Mhm.
direction. So yeah, I don't see any followers at all.
Okay, if you had to pick one, if you had,
Damn it. Damn it.
if you had,
You gonna make me pick one.
yes.
Um Shit. Uh Marco.
Okay, okay.
And I only say that because again, when you look at just the branding and stuff like that, I feel like Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna leave it there.
Who's most likely to be the weakest link of the group?
The weakest link of the group. Shit. God. The weakest link in what terms though?
In general.
Can we go back to that one? Can I think about it?
You, we can. We can because I have it on my paper now. I'm not gonna forget it. All right, all right. Um, who's most likely to be late to be late on set?
Downing. Always.
Hmm.
Always. Like down. Always. Have us all there waiting for him and he's arriving late. Bitch, what are you doing? Yeah, down for sure.
Who's most likely to say things at the wrong time? Like you
Me.
should.
Me. They should. It's one of those things where like things should be better left unsaid, and I just speak my mind. So like, if I see something like ashy feet, I'm like, why is your feet ashy? And we had a whole table full of people. That's just me.
That's me too. That's
Yes.
how I can relate. It's me too.
Yep.
Okay, let's go back to that question. Who's most likely to be the weakest link? You thought I forgot. And
Um, and thinking about it, when I look at all of our brands and what we're doing and all that stuff, I'm going to say Marco. I don't know. I don't know if in the show there's a backstory about like his whatever. In any case, I feel like he is the weakest link only because I feel like he might be the youngest in the group and he has so much more to learn about just this industry and what to give. And also, being in the community as well. Because I know that he said he wanted to be on the show to get in within the community, but I also see how like his demeanor and things that he's saying you pushing yourself out of the community as opposed to like I get a little bit of shade, like that's fine. But you also have to understand that if this community is working in the way they do, networking is a part of it, baby. And you don't want to burn bridges with people when you say certain things and do certain things. You have to be very careful about that. And I think that's where his weakness is going to be, where like you're going to stay and do the wrong thing for the sake of this and miss out on opportunities over here because baby trust and believe that everybody on this show has connections to something of one another that could probably get you in place that you need to be, and so you got to be careful.
okay, who? This is my last, most likely.
Hmm. Hmm.
But who is most likely to, like, who is most likely to pitch a fit first? To
To
literally,
pitch
like,
a fit.
you know what? Fuck it,
um
and just walk off, like a walk
that's gonna be my baby Xavier. Xavier is gonna be one of the you say or do the wrong thing, he gonna put that patois gonna come out, and he's gonna be like, I can't even do him. That patois when that comes out, it is over. And he's like, "Don't fuck with me, bitch. I can't eat." Yeah, he'd be the one that spaz out if some shit ain't right.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's the ending of this game. Like it was so dope getting to know you some more, and I'm looking forward to the shady girl that all the girls are talking about.
You saw a little
And
bit of it.
yeah, I feel like it's a little like it was real light. Like I was like, I
Mhm.
want to see the unfiltered type of shit. Like like say whatever top of your mind type shit. I want that one. Like at the raw.
See, that's the thing. Like, I listen. One of the things I always tell people, I can't let nobody steal my joy, right? And I'm gonna throw you the shade when it's necessary, right?
Mhm.
Right. So right now it's light shade because the girls are not in front of me. The girls are not. You know what I'm saying? This is an interview, So I'm gonna give you a little bit of that. But you know that little bit that you got, you hit that button the right way, it's gonna be a lot. So that's why I'm like, you get a little taste of it. You gonna see a little bit on the show as well too. But like, ain't nobody gonna steal my joy. I am too
Mm.
blessed beyond belief that even sometimes I can't even believe I'm in this space. To let anybody else steal my joy and take nothing from me. So and that's what it
Period.
is.
Like we say, we drink our water to and mind our business. So I,
Baby.
so honestly, Bronson, I really, really enjoyed it. I knew I was going to enjoy you. I don't know why, but I just knew I was going to enjoy you. And then you, yes, the shaders are for all the shade. Okay, we're here for all the shade. Okay, that's why I named my family, my support system, the shaders. Okay,
I get it.
I just stormed the freaking comments with shades and tornadoes because
Yes.
listen, once we come in, we either got on our shades like we're chilling, like we good. But once that tornado comes out, we wrecking everything in front of us. Okay, don't play
Done.
with us, and I promise you. All
Done.
right. So, but guys, again, go into the description below and go to Bronson's website and his Who brand and get a hat, get a windbreaker. He has hoodies. He has uh
Sweatshirt.
sweatshirts.
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else? Come on.
Windbreakers. Windbreakers.
Windbreaker.
This has been like one of the number one things next to the gray hoodies that have been selling. Like this, everybody was into this color specifically.
I love
It's been a
yellow.
good
Yellow's my
a
favorite
bit.
color.
Yeah, this has been a whatchamacallit, one of the best sellers. And so I appreciate the love and I appreciate you for bringing me on this platform. I appreciate the sales that I may get after this. I cannot wait for y'all to see the new collection, the new colors that I'm going to offer you guys. Like it's been a long road to get here, but I am thankful and grateful. And like I said, y'all, if y'all in this business, if y'all want to do something with y'all lives, no matter what it is, don't let anybody tell you that it's stupid. Don't let anybody knock you off your track. Just go out there and do it. Like even if it means like, oh, I want to write a book, write one page a day. It starts somewhere, but once you get it started, that's when it really is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So keep going, keep pushing. It's gonna be hard. Ain't none of this shit easy. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like it ain't easy. I have many sleepless nights because I have super anxiety because I'm always thinking about what the next thing is gonna be. So sometimes I'm getting 3, 4 hours of sleep a day. But I know this is what I love to do, and I know at the end of the road there's an end goal. So just keep on pushing, y'all. And Aaron, thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed you so much. Like this was great. I love what you're doing, and I know like you doing your thing. And so I pray that God puts so many blessings on you, get you more subscribers, views, all of that. Because like I said, we out here to eat all together. And there's a long table and a lot of food out there for us to get. So support this man, support black people, support the whole game.
Most definitely. And Bronson, we will talk because
Yeah.
I have some of y'all number. I have some of y'all numbers, and the fact is, y'all in y'all respective fields, and when I talk to y'all, y'all really want to help. You know, people in this field, in the arts, in
Yeah.
this industry, and in any way we can help each other and link up and actually like network together and help each other out. That's all I want. And I love the fact that this show is coming out on January 27th.
Yep.
The Heist is coming out, and y'all are all talented. There's not one of y'all that is not doing like y'all are not one. There's nobody that's not doing nothing. Like I said, oh, why you here? There's not nobody on this like, oh, why you here?
Yep.
We have a fashion model. Okay, we have a fashion model. We have a creative director. We have a designer, artist, creative genius, an entrepreneur. We have a rapper, songwriter, producer. Um, we have a Broadway performer, costume designer, manga illustrator, like a dancer. It's the laundry
Everything.
list. Author, first of all,
Everything.
author, a hair
Yeah.
care, skincare. Like
Yep.
the sky's the limit for these fellas.
Yeah.
Everybody should literally tune in to the Heights, January 27th. Go get your go to his website and get his brand, get his merch. It's the Who brand. Go check it out. Get you a hat. Get you a hoodie. Get you a windbreaker. Listen, get it all. To go follow Bronson on his IG page. It is who underscore house. Again, who WHO underscore HAUS. Go follow the Heights IG page at official I Like Media. Go to their YouTube channel and subscribe. I Like Media. Okay. What else?
One more thing. This is in the works. I got this idea, so be on the lookout for that. No date set, but I would love to do a resource dinner. And what that is basically you get all people in different industries, you come together for a dinner, and it's like a networking dinner. But we share ideas, we sit and talk, all of those things. Where are you in your perspective? Where in your perspective? Who? What do you need help with? How can we all help each other out? So that's in my thought process on amongst the other million things that happen, excuse me, in my head. So I would love to invite you to that as well too. Once I get planning and further details, I also got to plan a wedding too. So there's just so much going on, but I feel like that's very important for us in our community. I think that if we do that, that's the start of something. So that's in my head. So I'll let you know more about that, and I will give you my phone number via
Yes.
DM and Instagram so you can have it
Yes.
and we can talk more.
Most definitely. I was gonna get that regardless, okay?
I know that's right.
I'm gonna get it regardless, okay? I got three. I know I
I
got
know that's
actually
right.
four again. No, three of y'all numbers. So yeah, and I would love to network with y'all. Like honestly,
Yeah.
y'all are everything. Sky's the limit, honestly.
Yep.
So, guys, that is the end of the interview.
Thank you,
Josh,
everybody.
say thank you, and we're gonna see this brother later. We're gonna see him, like we're gonna see more of him on the show. We want to try to get into his gig. We want to see that shady side come out. We want to see him read the girls. Also, work on his brand. Okay, so we're gonna see you later, and
All right,
see
y'all.
you later,
Peace.
Bronson. Follow him,
Thank
y'all. Follow
you.
him. Look at him, handsome, glowing face, everything. Okay. So,
All right,
okay,
y'all.
Bronson. See you later. Okay.
All right.
All right.